welcome again to Jackrabbit Journal. The Jackrabbits go on the road. They beat Youngstown State 38-8, and this is what we call, Hank, taking care of business against a very good football team. Jack's got it done.
Absolutely, they did. In every phase of the game, Jackrabbits played some excellent football. I'm going to focus on the defense, though, because these guys are playing lights out right now. They're able to get after the quarterback. They're tackling soundly, and they're being what we talked about before. You asked me a few weeks ago about superstars. You know, we're not worried about superstars. Those guys are worried about showing up every single day, running to the football, and hitting guys.
All right, have been doing it on D, and the Jackrabbits turned some early turnovers into points in this game and pretty much roll from there. Youngstown State fumbles on the opening kickoff return. Dallas Brown recovers that. The Jackrabbits would get a touchdown on the next drive. Jerian Butler picks off a pass in the second quarter. The Jacks turn that into another touchdown. Turnovers are wonderful, but they don't count much if you don't go down and turn it into points at the other end. The Jacks are doing that right now.
Absolutely. Have to be able to capitalize off of those turnovers. Turnovers are hard to come by, and when you do get them, got to take advantage of them. Put points on the board, not 3. Ideally, you put 6 every single time.
Kyle Paris turns in his best game as a Jackrabbit running back so far. The Jacks do not allow a Youngstown State touchdown in this game, and that is how you do that.
I just keep them going, just like Coach Luke always says, just keep them running like pistons. Like, I feel wrapped up, I want to run harder. I don't want them to grab my legs and take me down.
We practiced real hard all week. Obviously, our coaches had a great game plan coming in, so we just played our last play and played our 111th, and that's what we did.
But this defense has allowed 20 points over the last 10 quarters going back to that SDSU game. They're playing fantastic football right now, specifically in the red zone and on third down. Keep it up, fellas.
All right, back with Coach Stiegelmeier and the big plays of the first half against Youngstown State.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by Dakota Land Honda.
All right, let's get to the first half against Youngstown State. The Penguins had scored 31 and 29 points in their first 2 conference games. Stig says holding them down on D was the number one concern.
We knew they were a complete football team and thought they had great skill across the board, all phases. And I just think we brought people call it the A game. We just played as close as we can to being perfect in a lot of phases, and it turned out well.
All right, let's get into the first half here. Taryn Christian making his second start at quarterback for the Jackrabbits. And right off the opening kick here, you're going to get Drew Kreitzfeld with a little hit on the returner here, and then Dallas Brown will recover a fumble.
Well, just great team defense, really, on the kickoff here. Guys keep them corralled. And that's one of the running backs, and a great job of pulling the ball out. And we talk about that all the time. You create turnovers. We literally created a turnover. That had a huge impact in this football game.
All right, first play after the turnover. Trevor Wesley making a grab here. He's going to set up a 1st and goal.
The best part of that is we picked up the blitz, so gave Taryn some time. And Trevor was able to get free from his guy and get some big yards. And, again, just great energy to start out with.
And then Brady Mengarelli, 4-yard touchdown.
Yeah, just a great job on the perimeter blocking. Again, these are some skilled guys, some athletic guys that were blocking, and his effort gets him in the end zone. Again, we just started the football game. We have 7 points. That's super.
7-0 Jacks, and then their running game is very good. You guys shut it down.
We did, and one of the reasons we did is because we made him run a lateral. You saw Drew didn't make the play there, but he dove upfield and made him bubble. This is probably not a great call down here. Just running a lateral. We just got 4 yards on that play, so we went back to it, and we have enough blockers. We just missed the block, and thankfully we responded to the pressure that put on us pretty well.
Yeah, after that punt got backed up, a safety for Youngstown, and then Jared Bloom is quietly turning into a really good defensive end, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's not number 4. His 3 came off, but yeah, he is. He's doing a great job for us. We're really happy he's on our team. Here we get some good pressure, and they ran a 4th down play, and Jimmy Forsyth covered him perfectly. It was super.
All right, get the ball back. Another guy that is emerging is Kyle Paris at running back. Why?
Well, you look at there's 3 unblocked players, and Kyle beats them all, beats another guy. So it really took the entire team to tackle him. He was just on. He runs hard. He's got a different style of running, and he had a great game. Here you see him run again. We do a nice full block. Yeah, he's tackled for a 1-yard gain there and gets, 15, 16. That's the kind of running back we want to have all the time.
Yeah, he was the yak master with the yards after contact in this game. So it's 7-2. Jackson the lead after the first quarter. And then third down here, Taryn goes down. They got some pressure on him in the first half.
They did, and you can see Taryn needs to mature and step up, find his outlet on the side and throw it. This was big. This was huge. Jay had missed 2 field goals the week before. There was a pretty good wind at Youngstown. Goes out and nails us into the wind, so that was huge for his confidence.
Good from 37 yards, made it 10-2, and then Jerian Butler on the overthrow here with another interception.
Yeah, it went through his hands, so that was great concentration. I came up and just reminded Jerian that he needs to hand the ball to the official, and because that's potential 15-yard penalty. So no excessive celebration.
All right, first play after the interception, back to Paris for 20 yards, and then he's going to pick up 20 again on the next carry.
Yeah, just again, he runs hard. He runs, pads are in front of his toes. He's good football. This is great blocking. They slant. We get him pinned in, and then Connor Landberg, you don't see it, but he gets 2 guys. They're playing man-to-man. He gets the safety and the corner, and consequently it looks like a bad defense, but it was just a good call against their D.
Cam Jones with a block on that touchdown run as well. It's 17-2. Jackrabbits late in the first half here, and then some more defense. Cole Langer, Jesse Bobbitt on the stop.
Yeah, I have never seen that played as well by our defense. Not only he doesn't have anywhere to run, but there's 3 or 4 guys tackling him all the time. It's tremendous.
Defensively, you knew they could throw it, you knew they could run it. Were you trying to take away one or the other, or both at the same time? What were you doing on defense?
No, we wanted to stop the run. I mean, those guys were averaging, those 2 running backs were averaging right around 170 yards a game. So we felt, their quarterback's a good player, their receivers are good, but we thought the key to stopping them was stopping the run.
And how did you go about doing that? I mean, what?
Well, 2 things. When they went outside, we made them bubble. All right, we said, get upfield and make them bubble, and you saw success in that. And then when they ran within the tackles, we just filled our gaps instantly rather than trying to work lateral and wondering where they're going. Just great coaching by our coaches.
17-5 at the half. Webb and Ruiz, by the way, ran for 166 yards last year when Youngstown State beat the Jacks in Brookings. Wells threw for 260 yards and 2 scores. The Jacks took all that away, and we'll be back with the second half and Coach Stiegelmeier after this.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by Dakota Land Honda.
Welcome back. The Jacks have now had the lead at halftime in 5 of the 6 games so far this season. Stig says they kept it rolling into the second half in this game better than they have all season.
It's the same story every time. It really is, and we challenged our guys to play like it's their last play, and I think this game we came as close to doing that every second we were on the field.
Let's get into the second half here, and opening kickoff of the second half. Trevor Wesley's always an adventure, and he drops this one. He's going to come back and make a great play later.
He overplayed the short kick, and that happens sometimes, and I believe in him. I love him. In fact, he's got great energy and great skill, and he made a lot more positive plays than negative plays. Here you see the lateral play that we don't make run further lateral. They outrun us to the edge, and that was the only play they really got going with jet sweep for them.
That one goes for 15 yards, and that's Stubbs. That's not Ruiz or Webb or one of their big guns, but those guys combined for only 13 yards total, and you shut those 2 guys down.
Unbelievable. And there again, you see 3 guys making the tackle. You see them not having a cut at the line of scrimmage. They do get a field goal, but again, they did not get a touchdown in this game. Great job by our D.
17-8 is the Jackrabbit lead after that field goal. And then here's Trevor Wesley putting back there again and rips off a big play.
Yeah, this is huge. 2 things, all right? Number 1, we believe in him. Number 2, he believes in himself. Our kickoff return team does a phenomenal job. And then he just and this may be the biggest play in the game, this game, because they just scored and we respond.
Takes it back inside the Youngstown State 10-yard line, and then 2 plays later, Kyle Paris. Paris had 27 carries, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you can see him. He's a bull when he gets close to the goal line, and we had blockers there. Just a nice job, nice design by our offense.
24-8, Jackrabbits in the lead here late in the third quarter, and then Youngstown State, they come out, they pass it every time on this possession. They don't complete them all. It's 4th and 10 here, and you shut them down again.
Yeah, great coverage. Again, it looks like the quarterback doesn't know what he's doing. There's nobody to throw the ball to, so he throws the outlet. Jerian comes up, and a bunch of guys come up, and that's exactly what you want. Smart coaching, smart playing. Make them throw it in front of you.
All right, Jared Bloom, a sack here.
Yeah, our only sack in the game, but we did get in his face a bunch, and I love that guy. He's playing his tail off. he came here at the start of fall camp, so he's doing a great job.
Kid from Nebraska going against the old Nebraska coach here, and then Taryn Christian, 70 yards on the keeper here.
Yeah, I just ran quarterback power. Taryn reads it a little more inside than we thought it would be, and great skill again, and outruns their defense. And another huge play in the game. Great play for him as a young guy to build more and more confidence.
Jack's up 31-8 in the fourth quarter, and then the defense keeping the pressure on again. Cole Langer making another play.
Yeah, they ran quarterback draw, and Cole read it and came off, and Cole's still playing with a tough hand, but he's getting better. Here, Taryn, step into that throw. You can see how strong his arm is, because he doesn't even step. He throws it with just his arm strength. Jake got a catch. Jake didn't have a lot of catches in the game, but we won the game.
And then a laser here to Brandon Andrews from Christian for another touchdown.
Well, this is a check, all right? We had a running play called, a whole different scenario. Again, for him he is a true freshman in this second game of his career. Checks into that. That's tremendous. That is really, really special.
And you talk about that play. A check, for people that don't know, is you put a play in, Taryn looks at something, calls a different play to a different player.
The design is run this play, which in itself is a run-pass option, and there was one exception. If they go to this defense, jazz it, and throw this play, and that's what he did. So really sharp. And then all 11 guys need to be on the same page.
And then for Christian, that's what you're talking about, doing things like that, making better reads, making better decisions. And he's only had 2 games here that he's done that, but how's he coming as far as that goes?
Well, if you think about that one scenario and all the moving parts in a game of football, and for him to put that all together, slow the game down, see all those things, I think he's way ahead of where we thought he would be. Thought he'd be redshirted, to be honest with you, so doing a tremendous job.
All right. And as you said, 2 catches for Jake Winicky. Is that a concern, getting the ball to him more? You only threw it 14 times in the whole game, but is it concern that not getting the ball to Jake enough?
It's not a concern for us. It's not a concern for Jake. It's not a concern for our offensive coordinator. We want to look at the scoreboard and have more points than our opponent. So if it takes running, if it takes throwing the ball to him 10 times, we're gonna figure that out. They played good pass defense, so it was a little tougher to get to them.
All right. And you talk about playing close to perfection. No turnovers again. That's becoming a very nice theme. Only 3 penalties in this game. Played very clean.
We did, and we didn't have any penalties in the first half, and so a little sloppy in the second half. But there are so many moving parts. We as fans sit there and watch a game, and we process it and then go, why didn't we? These guys have to execute and play as close to perfection all the time, and so really good performance.
Right, and it seems like maybe more defensively, but as a team, you're kind of on a nice little, just low-key, take care of business kind of ride right now, are you?
I think that's Jackrabbit football. We're not push out our chest and act like we're something special. It's one game at a time and one play at a time. Cliche-ish, I don't know, but this is a good football team with great leadership. So I look forward to see how much better we can play.
A great job of this Jackrabbit football team going out on the road and picking up a big win against what looked like a tough squad coming into this one in Youngstown State. They executed very effectively in every phase of the game this past Saturday. And sometimes, going out on the road after being home for such a long stretch is not a bad thing at all. Come together as a group of guys, say, hey, we're on this trip for one reason, that's to come out of here with a win. They did that this past Saturday. Now it's time to get things done at home this Saturday.
All right, up next, we will finish up with the sounds of Stiegelmeier. We got part 2 of the coach mic'd up on the sideline and in the locker room after that win against Indiana State.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by Dakota Land Honda.
Welcome back to Jackrabbit Journal. Last week, we brought you part 1 of Coach Stiegelmeier mic'd up on the sideline and in the locker room during that Indiana State game. We pick it up with part 2 this week and his very brief halftime speech during that game.
I'm not going to talk, all right? Seniors, what do you got? Captains, what do you got?
Boys, go to work. That was a good half, but it could be so much better. Everyone in this room knows that. We played that well, not playing that great of a half. Think about what we can do if we play up to our potential.
Is that enough said? Yeah. Let's go. Last play. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. We got to play a lot better, though. We got to play better. You got to play up to your potential.
All right, thanks, John. Good luck second half.
Job, D. Good job, defense. Great first down. Great first down, D.
Ball is carried by the quarterback, Kristen. Gain of 6 on the play.
Chris, does he have to come out?
Yes.
Okay, I got that.
They bring pressure from the field from your soul.
He's got to come out. You know that, right? Yep. Go do it, Dalton. What are we doing with them? What are we doing with them?
We're working and rubbing it out right now, getting Powerade and everything in them. So.
Okay. Great call, Coach. He'd gained confidence in just that simple deal.
They'll bring up 4th down.
Job, Dalton. Good job. Field goal! Hey, when have we changed the call? Let's go. Don't worry about it. Play in the present.
Flooding it out on this side. Adam chased again and all the way back to his own 35-yard line. This side of the field is wide open, a huge block, and then downfield for the touchdown.
Hey, we got to respond. We got to respond. We got to respond to this, all right? You need more room? Do you want more room? Or are you going to kick it? Go, make it. Let's go.
Bring up 4th down.
All right. You got to play. You got to play like it's 0-0. Job, Jay. Good run by Kyle. Run it again, Coach.
Lusher in there for Paris. Go to the other side, and Kyle Paris has a touchdown.
One. Great job, offense. Great job. Great job, kickoff team. Good job, Coach. Good job. Really good job. This is 30 seconds. Let's go. Hey, 30 seconds! Let's go! Let's go! 30 seconds! Good luck, man.
You could me a couple years ago.
I recognize it, man. Out of Bolingbrook. Yeah. Hey, you doing okay? Life is good? Yeah, thanks for saying that. Thanks for saying hi. Hey, 11. Hey. You're a heck of a football player. I mean that. You're going to make a lot of plays, make a lot down the stretch here, right? Yeah. Okay, no, really, good football player.
Thank you,
good
sir.
luck, man. I think we're going to have some interesting decisions. He's a great football player, so is Zach Lujan, distinctly different guys. So we may have 2 different offenses for those 2 guys. Dalton Douglas came in and helped us win the football game, so I'm excited about that crew.
Thanks, Coach. Go
You
celebrate.
bet, thanks. You got your money's worth out of you today.
Feel like it.
Were they dirty or what?
No, not really. It's just, I don't know what happened.
Our helmets, we must have smaller heads than we had last year.
I don't know.
Give yourselves a hand. Great job. A lot of different ways to win a football game, right? Okay. Can we play better? Yeah. Are we going to play better next week? All right. Super. 2 things, right? All right. Put that on your heart. Be respectful of the team we just played, and then be smart tonight, please. Okay. You're 4-1. All right. You got a lot of stuff ahead of you. Okay. A lot of people made plays. Had a big deal on the kickoff return. Who do you want in here? Karen.
And a big thanks to Coach Stiegelmeier for letting us follow him around that entire afternoon. Up next, Northern Iowa comes to Brookings on Saturday. The Jacks are going to have to stay sharp because the Panthers are going to be plenty hungry. It's a good team still looking for their first conference win.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by Dakota Land Honda.
It is Hobo Day on Saturday. It's homecoming for the Jackrabbits. The football game is against Northern Iowa. We will have it here live at 2 o'clock. And the Panthers are a bit of a mystery right now, Hank. We know they're supposed to be pretty good, but they're 0-3 in the Valley right now. What's the deal?
Well, a very talented football team. They've got players, they've got playmakers across the board on both sides of the ball. A big issue for them throughout this season has been some consistency at the quarterback spot. They've been shuffling a couple of guys in and out of that position, and it seems as if they'd settled in. They have settled in on a guy just within the last couple of weeks.
Maybe.
No, they played in some close ball games, and just it seems like has been their MO for the last couple of years. They're coming up this short week in and week out.
They had a 3-point loss at North Dakota State. They had a 5-point loss last week at home against Western Illinois. The quarterbacks, Sawyer Cole Morgan throws it more. They got a guy named Aaron Bailey who runs it more. He had 157 yards rushing against North Dakota State. But two-quarterback system we'll probably see from them. Speaking of which, might see it from the Jackrabbits one of these days. Here's the latest on SDSU quarterback Zach Lujan.
Zach would want to play, but he's got to be full speed. He is our number one quarterback. That hasn't changed on the depth chart. And so when he's healthy, he'll be on the field.
All right, when Lujan does come back, we could see a two-quarterback system. You okay with that?
No, I'm not personally. I don't like two-quarterback systems. But when you have two guys like Zach Lujan, like Taryn Christian, who can make plays, you got no choice but to put them both out there.
All right, we will see you at the game Saturday. We'll see you next week on Jackrabbit Journal.